Hey guys, KRX here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Authorize Buster from Kamen Rider 01. This is a new weapon that can be used by Kamen Rider 01 in his Shining Assault Hopper form, or Kamen Rider Vulcan in his Assault Wolf form. It's also compatible with ProgRise Keys and has 10 different special attacks. So, let's get started. First off, we'll start by looking at the Authorize Buster in Axe mode. So this is the mode mainly used by 01, as indicated by the fact that it has this yellow grasshopper design along the axe blade. You can see that's a nice double-headed axe with a cool segmented grasshopper running all the way through. Like with a lot of the other weapons, this is done mostly in plastic colors, so there isn't much to scratch, but there are some paint apps, being the silver up here, the red here, as well as the red and gold over here. Plus a little bit of gold back here. We can see this point, which is a scanner for a ProgRise Key, as well as a ProgRise Key slot up here. And come down to the handle with the trigger down here. You got the back right here with the power switch, the speaker, and the release button for ProgRise Keys, as well as the battery compartment, and this takes 2 AAA batteries as typical. Continuing into its gun mode, first, you're going to take this button here, press and hold it, and then flip over the blades to become the gun barrel, and then press the button that's right here to fold down the handle to become the trigger and grip. And here we have the gun mode, which is of course mainly used by Kamen Rider Vulcan. You now see that the gold line extends all the way from here down to here, and while there is a little bit of the yellow color poking through, it's mainly now the same metallic blue color as the grip. Both of them are quite distinct and quite sizable. So we'll actually start by switching on here.
Authorize Buster!
We'll get the activation sound. And then we'll start by switching it over to Axe mode via Authorize. And this mode got a single axe attack sound. Then switch over to gun mode with Gunrise. Which again has a single gun firing sound. And there are no sounds for if you press and hold down the trigger. Next we'll move on to the main part of this toy, which are the special attacks. Like I said, there are 10 of them, 5 for each mode. And the way you get through all of them is by using, specifically, 2 ProgRise Keys and the 01 driver in different combinations. So, we'll start off with the ones you can get by using 1 ProgRise Key. So, first thing we'll do is we'll use this and scan this on the port right here. And this activates the Buster Authorize for the ProgRise Bomber. Then, we'll take the ProgRise Key and insert it in the slot for the second special attack.
ProgRise Key confirmed. Ready for Buster.
Which is the Buster Bomber. Then, we'll take the second ProgRise Key and scan it while we still have one in the slot. And that activates the ProgRise Buster Bomber. Then we'll bring in the 01 driver and scan the slot on the reader port down here. It'll be easier to show you I do this. Which gives us a 01 authorize for the 01 bomber. And then for the last one for this mode, it will insert the ProgRise key, then scan on the 01 driver.
ProgRise key confirmed. Ready for buster. 01 authorized.
Which activates the 01 Buster Bomber. And the way this works is that there are technically two different scan points within the actual, within the actual port right here. But they're very specific, so it's hard to get this without actually using these two different devices. And so then we'll switch over to gun mode for its special attacks. So, of course, this one will use the Shooting Wolf key as the main one. So first up, the Buster Authorize. Which activates the ProgRise Dust. Then we'll start in the slot.
ProgRise key confirmed. Ready for buster. Buster Dust!
For the Buster Dust, then scan a second key.
Buster authorized. ProgRise Buster Dust!
For the ProgRise Buster Dust, then 01 Authorize. Then for the final special attack of this mode and of the toy, insert ProgRise key and 01 Authorize.
Ready for buster.
And the thing is that the ones involving a ProgRise key inserted can use any ProgRise key because, as you can see in there, there's just this little yellow switch that indicates whether or not there is a ProgRise key inserted. And there we go. Overall, the Authorized Buster is plenty of fun, with quite a bit of sound cleverly integrated via a few simple actions. Basically using a combination of the ProgRise key insertion system of the attached weapons, as well as the scanning system of the 01 driver, to get 5 different special attacks across the 2 different modes. And as you would hear, despite some similar sounds for the announcements and for the standby sounds, all 10 special attacks were different from one another. And I think that makes up for the fact that, unlike with the attached weapons, this does not activate any sounds in the ProgRise keys, but rather the ProgRise keys are used simply as activators. And as I said, you don't need to have an extensive collection in order to be able to use this properly. All you need is the Authorize Buster itself, as well as 2 ProgRise keys and the 01 driver. That being said, you can kind of fiddle around with it, and if you have a magnet, you can perhaps trick it into getting the different ways of scanning, but you definitely get the full experience by using the few toys I've mentioned. So while not a necessary pickup, this is definitely one that is enjoyable if you do. Certainly I can recommend it if you're looking for a nice solid weapon toy. Next time I'll be reviewing the RKF-01 Shining Assault Hopper and Vulcan Assault Wolf. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.